Give it up for Amanda Day. I thought it was at the Roxanne part, and that would be anyway. Hello, everyone. Here's a little fact about me before we get started into anything. I'm a Jew. Surprise! A Jew in show business. So many Jews in the lineup. Could anyone tell? Am I a stealth Jew? I don't know. I'm a Jew, and of course, what that means is that I have a Jewish mother, because that is how that works. Yeah. And I have the type of Jewish mother who will email me when she finds out a celebrity is Jewish. So like my phone will buzz and I'll just be like, what does the world want me to know today? And it's just a one-line email from my mom, like, did you hear Drake is Jewish? Isn't that interesting? Lenny Kravitz is Jewish, he's part of the tribe, isn't that amazing? Natalie Portman, she looks like a shiksa, but she's one of us. And I just want to be like, Mom, are you making a list of Jews? That's so dangerous historically, you know what I mean? Like, what if this falls in the wrong hands? Am I supposed to be compiling this for you? I don't feel safe about this. I don't feel safe. I was in an Uber recently. I was going from one show to another, and I was in the very unenviable position of having to explain what I do for a living to the Uber driver, which is this. And so he was like, you know, you don't really look like a comedian. Which, like, what does that even mean? You know what I mean? Like, oh, sorry, I wasn't wearing my t-shirt and blazer. Like, I don't know exactly what that means. He was like, you don't really look like a comedian. You look like a software engineer. And that was even more confusing for me. So I'm pretty sure I look like two things. I think I look like either a suicide girl or a girl who believes in crystals and owns an Etsy store. I've worked very hard to cultivate this image. I'm pretty sure those are the ones, not a software engineer. Lots of crossover, apparently. Lots of crossover. I was going to tell you guys about. I've been online dating. You may be able to tell from my podcast name, Date Fail. I've been online dating, and as you can imagine, comes with the territory. I have just been receiving just a cascade of dick pics to my phone, like immigrants arriving at Ellis Island, just like so many penises, and it's very weird, like getting a dick pic that you didn't ask to see, because it's always a strange thing, but like it's always sort of a similar shot, you know what I mean? Whenever I've received a dick pic I haven't asked for, I always want to be like, I don't know if that's really your dick. You know what I mean? Because you can just Google dicks and be like, that one looks like it could have come off me, and then just send it out into the world and see who it reels in, and then what are you going to do when the moment of truth comes and the pants come off and it's not the right dick? Like, it's already there, you have to suck it, so. That's how the game is played, son. The weirdest dick pic I've ever, and I've received some weird dick pics, but the weirdest dick pic I ever got was the guy had taken a photo of his dick from the stomach down and then just like angled the head up towards the lens in a real like look at its eye kind of situation. Like really very aggressive, and for me that's never been like the focal point of a dick. Has never been like, hey, nice dick hole, like keeping that dick hole real tight. Like, can't fit a battery in there or nothing. Like, don't Google that later. Don't Google it. But secondly, like, I also know how photography works, and like that whole thing, like that's all forced perspective, you know what I mean? Like you can see that in a picture and be like, this dude's head is huge, and then you see it in real life and you're like, oh, you had a fisheye lens on your camera. kind of mean. I don't know why it's done to me. Like, I don't know why guys send the unsolicited dick pic, because it's never fucking worked. You know what I mean? I've never received a photo of a dick I didn't ask to see and then been like, hello? Can I speak to the owner of this penis, please? Put your penis on the phone. Like, it's never ever worked once. So I don't know like what the mentality is there, but the closest it ever did work. This was the best dick pic I've ever received. The guy had uploaded it to Tinder Moments, because that's, if you got a rock hard Johnson, that's apparently where it has to go. And he took a very standard photo of it, erect, because what maniac is like sending pictures of their flaccid cock to people? Like, here's my dick not at its best. Like, I don't know. So just his erect penis, and it was very kind of standard for the most part, but I enjoyed the caption because he had included one, and the caption was, "Have a seat." And to me, that was so gentlemanly. Very nice. Just as a public service announcement, I think there are some beards here in the audience. Just as a general information, if you have a beard and you are going down on a woman, yes, and you're doing the job you should do, and then you come up from that woman, wipe your beard. Wipe your fucking beard, because if you don't like kissing a lady after she's given you a blowjob, I don't really like wiping a snail trail off my cheeks, you know what I mean? It's just not what I'm into personally. Hey. It's like, does that mean you're like into hygiene? Is that what's going on there? It's like, I wipe my beard all the time. I'm doing it right now. I got bad news. I have a boyfriend now. I just moved in with him. I know. It's true, but I'm very happy. I'm happy to be out of the game, frankly, as you might imagine. Too many dicks seen. Just seen too many dicks. But we moved in together, and it was very interesting the way that we moved in together, and maybe you can relate to this, because the way that we moved in was, one day I told him that it would be cool for him to bring his Xbox over, and then he never left. And eventually enough time had passed where I was sort of like, hey, do you live here? And he was like, do I live here? And I was like, do you have half the rent? And he did, so we moved in together, guys. Oh, we're in love. I've been really trying to like be a good girlfriend, because I've made some bad decisions in the past, kind of like hooked up with guys who weren't very nice to me, weren't good guys to me, and so it's been very interesting being in like a functional relationship, because previously I haven't had to worry about things like communicating or being vulnerable or things like that. So it's been interesting like having to use those abilities. So I'll just give you an idea of how it was in the past. I'll just give you an idea. So I was seeing this guy for a really long time, and one day he had brought home some warming lube. If you don't know what this product is, very straightforward. It's lube, and it's supposed to tingle and warm up and feel good. And so I was like, let's crack this sucker out, let's give this a go. And so we were making love. I was getting deep dicked, whatever you call sex with your partner. And we were using the lube, and the lube was tingling and feeling good and very nice. And then it just kept getting hotter. And I started to feel like, some of you understand this, and I started to feel like I'm getting really uncomfortable, I'm gonna have to tell this guy to stop, but at the same time, like, he's not saying anything, so I think like, okay, maybe it's just all in my head, and I'm just like, if I just power on through to the other side, and maybe it just feels a little hot right now, but it'll just cool off in a second if I just like keep going, if I just keep doing it, and eventually it gets more and more uncomfortable and so hot, and I get to the point where I just have to be like, you gotta wash your dick right now, like, you have to. All of our genitals need to be rinsed off immediately. The lube is burning me. It's burning me. And he was like, yeah, it was burning me too. You didn't say anything, and it doesn't seem to be bothering you, so I just kept going. So communication is very important in relationships, guys. I cannot emphasize that enough. Thanks, you're gonna love the rest of your show. Let's welcome